Greetings all, the Ancestors Oracle. I am a bit disheartened as I just did this video and I thought I was recording and I wasn't. My voice is very hoarse because I've been campaigning and doing a lot of talking. What the ancestors have me coming here and talking about today is slavery and why it is important that we in fact remember, okay, and know what happened. Now, before I go further, we have to know the difference in being in the feeling of slavery versus knowing it happened, knowing what happened, remembering what happened, honoring our ancestors that this happened to, elevating them, okay? We have to know the difference between those things, okay? But that's a whole nother video. But that is one of the first places that we need to get to, okay? Now, I digress off of that point. Me personally, I cut off slavery in my mind. I fed into the propaganda of, what do we need to know about this for? Oh, let's just forget about it, right? No. For some time, I had cut it off because I'm a very empathic person. I'm very intuitive, and
in 1 mile, turn left onto North Meridian Street.
I did not want to remember what had happened to my ancestors because I would feel it. I would go to certain places and spaces in time as well as on the land, and I would feel the energy very heavily. So I put it in the back of my mind. Now, some time ago, I had came to terms with this, and recently my ancestors have been enlightening me to reasoning this and working it out within myself. So the reason that it's important for us to remember and know what happened to us is because we must know what
go past these lights, then at the next set, turn left.
We must know what the spirit of the adversary has
at the lights, turn left onto North Meridian Street.
At its worst state. You don't look at your enemy at their best. You look at your enemy at their worst.
In 3.5 miles, turn left onto West 86th Street.
They are their worst to you. Because when you do this, you know what they are capable of. And this is the reason that this thing is being pushed, propagated for us to forget about this. Turn the other cheek, forgive, move on. You can have your own opinions about those sorts of feelings, that's on you. But for me, I know this is what my ancestors are telling me, have told me clearly. Okay? So we need to be cognizant and be aware of the disdain that has been had for us as a group of people. And this thing has been propagated and pushed out to the point of where many different groups of people are exercising, even within our own group, are exercising disdain for ourselves, and other groups are exercising disdain for us and don't even realize it. So it's very deep rooted and entrenched in many people's spirit, souls, and they don't even realize it. So being that we are still currently in the Ma'afa, and that we are not where we're supposed to be as a people, we will be, but this is something that we need to come to terms with, because we need to elevate our ancestors that this has happened to. And this is also why we see a lot in reference to monotheistic culture wanting us to push away the view of honoring our ancestors and of holding them in a certain light. We have to honor them, hold them in a certain light, okay? Cherish them, strengthen them so that they can continue to strengthen us and come through us. A lot of our ancestors were warriors, okay? So warriors, not soldiers. There's a difference. We have to get away from using Eurocentric terms. So yes, this is why it's important for us to remember. Don't feed into the propaganda that we need to just let it go. We need to just forget. We need to just move on. Absolutely not. We evaluate our enemy when they have treated us the worst, and then we will know what they are capable of. Okay, the police are up here. But then we will know what they are truly capable of doing to us. Spirits of disdain, spirits of dysfunction, malfunction. Okay? So this is why it's very important for us to know this and remember this. I've said it a multitude of times in a couple of different ways. But I hope that this helps you to come to a certain place and honor and know that that feeling in you that you feel, because I know I'm not the only one who feels it. I know I feel it very intensely. But I know that it's easy for us to want to forget it because we feel that feeling. But that feeling is our ancestors in us calling us not to forget them, number one, what happened. And one of the most important things is to honor them, release them from the continuous cycle that they are in. Because a lot of our ancestors are
At the next lights, turn left.
living in a repetitive cycle of this disdain. Okay? So I'm going to end it here. I'm coming to my location. And may the ancestors find you where you are. May you find peace and wisdom.
At the lights, use the second